Ladies and gentlemen, this story is absolutely amazing, and if I was local police or at any point in federal or international government, this person would be under arrest under suspicion of being an accessory, and definitely, they should definitely be on some kind of watch list for this sort of situation. This man uh, is a survivor of the Brussels attack a couple days ago. He's also been a survivor of the Boston Marathon bombing and the Paris attacks on November 13th last year. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy's name's Mason Wells, 19. I'll say his name because he's over the 18 limit. But he was hit by shrapnel in the Boston Marathon. Survived after he ruptured his Achilles tendon and various other things. And I don't want to say that he is necessarily an accessory, but he should definitely be taken in, and they should definitely find out what he's doing involved in absolute proximity to not one but 3 terrorist attacks. Because that kind of statistical anomaly should definitely be weeded out for a 4th or a 5th, and even if he's held for 30 days, whatever kind of situation he's linked to, whether it be just coincidental or not, would definitely get rooted out for a 4th or a 5th. I mean, this guy basically is a terrorist spectator at this point. It's basically a sport to him at this point to be involved in, a local area where a terrorist attack is being plotted out and done. And at that point, with his proximity to all 3 locations, if I was a local police chief, I would drag him into under suspicion charges. And I guarantee you this guy's on a watch list, ladies and gentlemen. But I would definitely make certain he would do 30 days just to run and find out who his known accomplices are and why he's been in proximity to 3 terrorist attacks. And I would literally hold him for 30 days. This way, this guy's on a list. And anyways, ladies and gentlemen, supposedly this guy has been in a Belgian hospital, so he did actually suffer injuries in this one as well. And he's supposedly to make a full recovery. A Mormon official told Mason's parents that despite being on the ground and bleeding, he actually had a sense of humor and remained calm through the situation, so it looks like he was also hurt in this one. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't care if you're a terrorist spectator at this point, if you just have bad karma or various other things. If I was police, I would definitely have this man under arrest. Just to save his life the 4th time around, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, to be in proximity to all 3 attacks and not have any known associates related to it really does kind of sit there and make you wonder what it is and what it is not going on. Now it shows a guy here. The guy I'm speaking of, ladies and gentlemen, is actually the lighter-haired fellow here. So I would definitely have this kid, this 19-year-old guy, in a cell. There would be a suspicion of accessory charges, and then I would throw it out 30 days later. This guy, ladies and gentlemen, has been involved in proximity to being involved in not 1 but 3 known terrorist attacks around the world. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I would definitely bring him in. Even if it's just to put him on some antidepressants and monitor him and do blood samples and find out why, he's hitting the books in 3 different locations if he has absolutely no ties to the situation. And that's what I would do, ladies and gentlemen, without hesitation. I mean, even from a karma standpoint, ladies and gentlemen, the fourth attack is definitely going to do him in, and for him to have proximity in 3 attacks, one, this teen being 19, it has too much money that he's running around the globe. 2, if somebody's financing him like that and he's involved or in proximity to being involved in 3 terrorist attacks internationally, yeah, those are grounds that I would definitely place him under arrest, especially when he came into my country. Because wherever he goes, trouble follows, or he has a direct link to some group or another that is either spectating these events or something else, and I would definitely grab him under suspicion of terrorism, and I would hold him, because I believe in luck, I believe in karma, I believe in proximity situations, but I also believe that your luck runs out, and if he's hitting the books like this, ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2, and 3 after the other, he should definitely be placed under arrest for his own personal safety, so that whatever karma situation is holding him up or allowing him to do this, if he's not a direct accessory, he would miss the next one or the one after that. Like I said, I'd hold him for 30 days with the idea pending that he'd be under, 1-year house arrest or something, so that I might actually save his life for, being in direct threat or direct proximity to 3 attacks and not having any ties. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just not buying it. He would be under arrest without hesitation the minute he touched my country's soil.